Let me flip this around again. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Cam, you ain't waiting for Akuma. I ain't seen you on Street Fighter in a minute. You gonna get rocked when you come back, though. Zeely, I feel you on that. No, so you got thoughts on it? Let's hear it. The door is open for you. Express yourself.
Maybe in training
I
mode,
wanna hear
show
it.
you like a visual number. I'll leave with this one. I think Street Fighter 6 is a good game. Most controversial take of the day. I agree. Street Fighter 6 is a good game. I have a lot of complaints about it.
This is not really a
but to
controversial
me,
take if you
like,
ask
for
me.
specifically, I think sometimes I like to
what
criticize
Chad
things
gotta
because I
say.
want them to be as good as they can
I'm
be.
meaning Ed and
you know?
Akuma. I'm rocking all these
Maybe it
dudes
seems
who
like
left.
I spend a lot of time nitpicking Street Fighter 6.
He's
but
got
that's because
smoke.
I know how much potential this game has. I want it to be even better. If I genuinely
No, so you could be onto something. If one attack resets a whole juggle state, you could be onto something. I don't know, though. Yo, QB, welcome in, fam. Can you explain in a call? Let's hop in the call, and I'm in the lobby, and let's see what Cam's got for us. I love doing these reacts. Cam, bring me as much as you can. Oh my God, he made it. You started building in the RPG Maker? Cam, great stuff. Yo, chat, listen. Is that no soul?
Yeah.
Yo, welcome in.
Okay. So are you ready for like a really weird thought process on this?
I am just. I want to announce one thing. The schedule for tonight's stream. What's today? Tuesday is Tekken and Street Fighter, but we're gonna launch Persona first. Persona 4 Arena Ultimate is that what it's called?
Yeah.
We're gonna launch that first. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time just looking at the characters, seeing how the game plays, looking at the mechanics, and then we're gonna do that. And no soul, continue, please. My bad.
Okay, so everybody in this chat knows I'm not a super like good Street Fighter player.
He's amazing.
My nickname,
He's lying. He's amazing.
I can play the game. I'll put it like that, right? I can play the game. If one singular character's one singular attack, when it's EX driven, magically resets the juggle counter that you don't get to see as a normal player, it feels like an oversight or a bug.
Okay, guys. They're saying you're really quiet, so I'm gonna fix that, and you're gonna repeat that. Oh no. Do me a favor, talk.
Hello? How's everything?
Oh, you guys are not hearing him at all. You guys are hearing him from the fucking speaker. No soul, please talk.
Oh, okay.
You guys are
So-
hearing him loud and clear now, right?
This, like I said, I'm not super good at the game, so I could be like out of left field here, but hear me out. When one singular character's one singular attack magically resets a hidden counter that nobody who like doesn't play the game on a high competitive level would know about, it feels like a bug or an oversight. I'm not saying everything needs to be universal. I'm not saying that everybody needs to have a reset.
No, this
button.
makes a lot of sense to me.
But it's such a specific and niche attack, it makes no sense why that specifically would reset only a juggle state. Like, it's too many specificities in one line to make sense for it to not be a bug.
No soul, I'm with you on that. I hate to deviate from this real quick because I fully agree on that. Shank, I see what you said. He said, I need to learn the code. I've had an idea for a game for so long and never tried to bring it to life. I want to tell you something. You can make an entirely fully functional game with zero code. If you pick up Unreal Engine, they have an entire section. It's called Blueprints. And you use visual modules and nodes. You use visual nodes to create logic. And those nodes, the visual thing that you see underneath the hood, gets converted into code. and you could literally go on YouTube and learn to build piece by piece. It's not easy. It does take effort, and you do have to have like a notebook on how you solved problems, and you have to like retain these things, and you have to do a bunch of rough drafts, but it's a lot of fun. And now that I've upgraded my computer, I'm actually gonna get back into. I've been watching videos on Unreal Engine, trying to learn how to make a 2D fighter, and I really want to get back into that. So, shout out to Shank, shout out to No Soul as well, and let's see what we got.
Hey, really quick, before we continue, I'm sorry, I don't mean to derail your stream.
You're good, man.
No, so can you repeat what you said? Just because some things were happening in my background and I couldn't hear you that well.
Okay, so and again, I'm going to preface all of this with this exact sentence. I'm not good at Street Fighter 6. I can hold my own and I can play the game, right? But when one specific person has one specific attack on one specific thing, it feels like that one property that it has is an oversight or a bug.
How do you feel about that, Shank?
So my argument against that is, one, Aki needs it. And I'm not saying that because I'm an Aki main. I'm saying it because if she does not have something like that to reset the juggle state, her damage falls off literally by 30%. Which, I mean, I get that can be an issue because she already does very high damage, especially off of stun. But she would be severely underpowered compared to the rest of the cast, who can do similar and sometimes even more damage without the use of a juggle state reset.
I'm not saying that it needs to be completely removed. I'm just saying it seems like an oversight because of
I
the
agree with.
extreme specificity behind it.
Which I agree with.
I get what you're saying.
If it were well known, right? So it comes. Let's think of it as it were in the attack's properties. So it's oh, this attack does X, Y, and Z, like her fireball poisons or whatever, right? If it said, this EX resets juggle counter, it would be cool. I'd shut up, everything would be fine and dandy, hunky dory. It just feels like that specific thing is an oversight and either needs to be fixed and make it a quote unquote feature, or she just needs to not reset the juggle state with that specific attack and needs something switched up.
All right.
So that the entirety of the universe could figure it out.
My only response to that, and I'll leave it at this, I 100% agree that if that's something that only that character can do in that specific situation, then it probably is an oversight. However, if we look at the history of Street Fighter, not just Street Fighter 6, but Street Fighter in general, there have been quite a few cases where things that were not necessarily meant to be were left in specifically to fill a niche, right? So say Street Fighter 5, for example, Abigail and Akuma, I believe, were the only characters in the game that had true OTGs that you can combo off of into Super, right? If we look at something like Street Fighter 4,
Was that an oversight though?
that was not an oversight. That was specifically intended. That was intended.
You talking about 5, right?
Yes.
So
Juju, welcome in.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Juju. So let's say that it is intended, and that's grand. I'm not saying that it 100% wasn't intended. I just feel like with such a hidden mechanic, such as juggle state, that specific thing feels very it just happened to line up. I feel like
I think
Aki
it could be an
needs
oversight.
more in her kit when it comes
Listen,
to
guys,
it.
I hate to do this. You guys
How
have
old
2
is it?
minutes
How
on this
old is that
debate,
video?
and then we're all gonna collectively react to this DLC. Tekken 8 DLC characters have been data mined video collectively. 2 minutes. You go.
Oh, shit.
How long is that video? I mean,
It's 6
in
minutes.
terms of no, in terms of How old is that video? I should say.
That video just came out today.
Just came out today.
Yeah.
Has anybody else ever found that tech?
That
Yes,
tech has been
multiple
out
people,
literally since she launched. That was found literally since she launched. I just never figured it out. This video literally put me
Explains
onto
it
this.
basically? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and this video put a lot of Aki players onto that particular effect
Jab
of that.
resets the juggle point, right?
Yes.
So maybe it was intended and we weren't quote unquote
I
told.
intended then if it's already out.
Yeah.
That was something like that.
Exactly.
Nah,
She
but
got-
there's
she got-
other there's
she got-
other
she got a
things in the
buff, though.
game. There
Not a
is
buff,
other
she got a
things in the
tweak.
game
Yeah.
that singular characters do end up getting. Like, remember that time Zangief got the thing where his super, you couldn't punish his super?
That was unintended.
Exactly.
That was unintended.
It
That
was
was a bug.
unintended. And this could be an artifact the same way like that was. But it doesn't end up being the end of the world,
so-
and Aki's not an overpowered character. So,
No, and
think
that doesn't make her break her.
It probably makes it more so as a feature of her. Because
exactly.
it's-
Like Lily. You remember
it's
how
not-
Lily
it's
can
just
do?
been
She
a
can jump
perfect
backwards and still dive
situation.
kick.
You can't do that. So it's not gonna.
Holy shit, she can do that?
Yeah, Lily can do that. She can jump back and still do condor dive.
And she
That's
wasn't supposed
cool.
to, right?
No, that is actually literally a bug. That is literally
That's a bug.
That is
And
not
they
intended.
kept it in the game.
That was a bug. Okay.
It is a bug,
Yeah.
and they kept it in the game. So
It
this,
doesn't give her that big
listen,
of
I'm not
advantage.
saying we have the answers, but what I am saying is, when you develop a game, you do get certain artifacts, and this could be one of them.
Yeah, it could be.
It
But
could
the
be.
Aki
Oh,
one
yeah.
seems like such a special case. It's not like a game
Yeah,
breaker or a
'cause-
disadvantage.
No, I promise that wasn't like.
Yeah, no, I
fix
get
it,
that.
bah, bah, bah.
You were saying,
It was like
yeah,
that
you're good.
feels like
She's not
it just
winning
was-
Evo.
no. It was like the dots lined up so perfectly that I was like, that feels like a bug.
It's one of the- it's actually
Question.
pulled that off in like an actual match.
Yeah,
Question.
What's up? Yeah, this is me, man. What's up?
there's
Let's-
another case. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
you finish because I got a question for
Go
you.
ahead, man.
No, because I'm a nerd about this shit. Because in Street Fighter 4, originally this was a bug where Akuma could do his Demon Warp into his Ultra 2, the big kick into
Good
the
point. That's a good
yeah.
point.
That was
Oh,
originally
you're
a bug.
right.
That was originally a bug. Capcom
Yeah,
addressed
definitely.
it. Capcom addressed it and then said, it is no longer a bug. You don't need to do any special
It's a
commands for
feature.
it. You can now just straight up cancel into it. Before it was a bug where you cancel the startup of the warp into the attack. And then they changed it
See?
so that you can cancel it at any point during the warp to cancel into the attack.
See,
Oh,
sometimes they
so
just make
you're
their
saying
way.
that perhaps they gave Aki the Akuma treatment.
They could have.
basically.
They could have.
Yeah.
Okay.
knows?
A lot
Okay.
of times
And
I call that like emergent gameplay, and it's
Yes,
keep
that's
it
a
in
great
there.
way of. Yes,
Yeah.
that's.
Now, I want you to
Yeah,
consider for a
it's not-
moment. I want you to consider for a moment. I did not even know about this with Aki until literally today when I watched the video before
Yeah, me too.
Heartless came
I
on stream and
was
watched it.
15 minutes years old. Yeah. like-
Yeah, so I didn't even know about this, and I was still doing another version of that stun combo that was doing slightly less damage.
Than the one he showed originally.
Exactly. Now, consider for a moment, I'm doing an inferior combo using the same exact combo structure, not really understanding the combo structure, and I'm still doing less damage, and it's still around the average for a character doing a stun combo into level 3.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's crazy.
Now,
you said
my
put it that
question.
way.
What would happen if we found out Ken had some type of emergent gameplay, a feature
You'd
like
riot.
this?
You're
Does.
right.
We'd
does.
riot.
You're
He
right.
does. He literally does.
What do you mean he does?
His
Yeah.
his EX Genrai kicks reset.
Oh,
It resets the juggle points.
That's why we hate it.
That's why we hate it.
Wait,
That's
wait,
why
so,
we. That's
so,
why we.
but hold up
Yeah.
though, right? So
Forgot
isn't
about that. Good point.
it isn't his kick that resets though? It's the wall smack. I thought.
No,
it's a-
no.
it's a
There's no
kick.
wall smack. There's no not the wall smack. No.
Oh,
You could do a neutral screen right underneath the numbers. Yeah.
that's dumb.
That's crazy.
I thought it was the wall smack that gave you the reset because I only ever see that in the in the corner.
That does too. Also, imagine doing both.
And,
No,
and
wall
even
smack,
with that,
can't-
even with
wall
that, he's
slump
still doing
resets the
average
counter.
shit.
Yes.
Yes.
You're right. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, wall smack doesn't because I've actually been juggle capped Geef after his missile dropkick.
Really?
Yes,
So
there's a juggle cap on that. Yeah.
well, so the way that the dropkick works, right, is it gives you a wall bounce, and all the way up to the peak, you can't touch them. You're not allowed. It goes no, because you're too slow, and it hits what's called the juggle cap for Geef. The only way that I can get a throw off like I hit with Heartless is if I EX grab, because that the counter has already been reset due to the amount of time that they've been in the air.
Y'all know the Geef tech. I don't know what y'all.
touched.
This is hieroglyphics.
Yeah, yes, you do. I call them that. I always say I'm Mr.
You've seen it
Bombastic whenever I
before.
hit you with it.
Oh.
I hit you with the
Oh, fuck that.
the wall bounce
Fuck
catch.
that.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
mean? But it's
He's not
sexy.
so yeah. Broski's not wrong in saying that there is literally no indication of it. You just have to
Happen.
know. You just have
You
to
have to
know.
discover it or be told it.
Yeah. You have to be
You'll know it's coming next.
exactly.